So today I had a little meeting at the school, and well, we talked about like everything because I'm in an alternative program. Like I go to school for 4 hours, and I go in. I sit at my bus stop at 7. I end up at school at 8. It's right down the street. It's 5 minutes away. My bus driver's crazy, but I love him. His name is Ruben. He's from I think he's from Mexico. Honestly, I don't know. He ain't from America though. I know that. He's talked about how Americans are crazy and shit. I'm not being racist or anything. I fucking love him. Anyways, and today went well. Today went very well, surprisingly. I don't know how much longer until I have to go leave, but I will surely be still baking these, but I have to. And yes, hold on. Yes, I did strangle a dog in the park. I just want to clear that out because it's funny to say. It's fucking hysterical. Anyways, you know, I like this camera. I was like looking at videos I made, and they're actually pretty good quality. It's just that if you're in a room and you have a lamp on, you need to turn the flashlight on too. Because it's such bad quality. Like, it's good quality if you're sitting still. If y'all moving, it ain't good quality. I just tilted the camera. Retarded. Oh man. Later on, I'll probably put up a video about my animals, my babies. I have about 20 children in total. I'm just telling you a little bit about myself. My second video. Chill. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 rats. 2 of them have tumors. 1 might have cancer. One of them is Sally. The ones with tumors, Sally. She has a tiny tumor. It's about this big. Okay, this big. The other one has a tumor the size of a baseball. A baseball. I feel so bad for her. I rescued her from the barn. Her name's Tallulah. I rescued her from the barn a while back. I have another rescue from a barn. It was a baby rat. Its name is Shithead because it was a running joke about how it was a she, he, it. So it just spelled shit. She, he, it. So, it's a baby now. I'm going to release it though because I only took it in because I caught her out of a cat's mouth. Yeah. I have 2 mice, both of which are male. I have all female rats. All female rats. The other 2 rats' names are Seppuku, which lives with Sally because they're sisters, and I've had them from day 1. And then their sister Kiara. They're actually sisters, but I have to keep them separate because they fight because Kiara was my friend's, but I took it in. I just had to relight my fucking cigarette. Anyways. And then I have Huevos, which is a mouse. His brother died in my cat's mouth. I had them living in a trash can for a while because I wanted mice. And I didn't want my mom to know about it. Because I only had 2 rats at the time and I wanted a mouse. So I got 2 mice to breed for my friend to help her breeding because she has a snake. I don't believe in it, but anyways, it died. It died. She died. Yeah. He, she, I don't know at the time. They were too young to tell, but they died on my stairs. And then I have a field mouse that I rescued. Well, I didn't rescue. A friend from work rescued him and brought him to me. His name is Jack because field mice look like they're jacked up on something. Their eyes are just bugging. They just bug out. I have 3 cats out of 4. There's 4 cats in the house. I have 3 that are mine. I have Twitchy, which is a baby. She's mine and my fiance's, like, child because, you know, just don't want to talk about it. And, she's inbred. She's inbred. She's from a friend, that I know very well. And I have Abigail, which was my first. She was the first one at this house. First of mine that was in the house. I stole her from a neighbor. She wasn't getting fed, and she was an abusive thing, so I just came up to her. I was feeding her every day because they wouldn't feed her. I came up to her finally, I took her and I brought her inside and I went, Mom, I'm keeping her. She was such a cute kid, and now she's a fat, just like, she's a bitch. She's a bitch. And then I have Yodi, which is also a rescue, but I didn't steal this one. What happened was my neighbors moved out and left her, and I was like, and we were doing our tagging, because I used to tag cats. Like, we used to take strays out of the neighborhood, fix them, get them their shots, heal them, and then tag their ears. She doesn't have a tagged ear because, well, I took her in. Ha. And then I have 2 frogs. I used to have 16 frogs. Baby frogs. And then, like, 4 adults. But sadly, rest in peace, Killer died. He was my first frog, and he died. His organs started coming out of his anus. It was a hard time for me. I'm all for my animals. It was a hard time for me. And then there's Charlemagne and Fifi. We caught them at a lake down a couple towns away. Charlemagne used to be Charlotte until it turned out to be a boy. Fifi, when Fifi got really fat, she got really fat. Where I was thinking, dude, she was the size of a hamburger. Like, I'm not even playing, like, no, like a softball. She was the size of a softball. Flattened. That's pretty big. And then I look at them and they're on top, Charlemagne's on top of Fifi, and all of a sudden I got babies everywhere. It'll take you about a year for all of them to hatch if they aren't even eaten yet. But I mean, like, not hatched. The eggs already hatched, now they're tadpoles. But I don't know whether they're adults yet. I can't find them in the tank whatsoever. And then I have 2 turtles. I have Gunjan, which is named after Jamaican weed. He's tiny. He's about this big, that big. And I have Lance, which is about 3 inches by 2 inches. 3 inches being length. He's mean. He hisses. He doesn't like it. My mom rescued him off the street. We call him Lance because his hisses sound more like farts. So Lance is short for flatulence. And then I have Shadow, which is a cichlid. Out of 3 of my mom's cichlids, I have Shadow.